Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Hi, Becca. How are
Hi,
you? How are you? We have a birthday today. I
I'm
don't know if
good. How
you're
are
here
you?
yet. I'm good. I'm pretty good. I'm a lot better than I was. Hi, Sean. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, yeah. Oh, Sean. Yay. Catnip. There's Catnip. Hopefully J-Jax will come in so he can see that I'm wishing him a happy birthday. And Becca's wishing him a happy birthday. And making tea, good idea. And foul play is 1 year old. It was yesterday, but I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. They were a year old. So the foul play team is a year old too. So we're saying happy birthday to them. Make sure you guys join. And tomorrow is also Richard McAdams or Eric Cozy's celebration of life. And that is 3 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Pacific, 10 or 9 o'clock UK, I believe. And the
Yeah.
next day, 6 or something in the morning in Aussie. I think I got it right. I'm not sure, but I hope so. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Carolyn. That's Carolyn, right? Caroline.
Yeah,
I
Caroline.
finally figured it out. Hi, Neverly, dear. We're just making a little announcements. And look at your cute little ears this time. They're really cute. How do you like the picture from
I
Little
like
Paul?
it. It's really colorful and I like it.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Jax. J-Jax, his birthday today. You can see by the
Happy
ticker.
birthday.
Yep. So wanted to make a good announcement for J-Jax. So he's a great guy. So anyway, so what's new, Becca?
Well, I do have a message from Brendan.
Good. Love that.
Yeah, because I try to ask him, if he has anything that he wants to say during this thing. Because like I said, for me, this is his thing. So,
Yep.
but yeah, he did ask how the last one went, so I did tell him. And then he said, for the next one, tell everyone that I said hi and I love them.
Oh,
So he says hi.
Love him too. I mean,
Um,
he's our, like it says, Brendan, Friday, you ready to shine? Let's, because he makes me smile, just thinking about how
yeah,
strong he is. And, look at that face. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. It's just,
yeah.
you can't help but smile when you see his face. So, yeah, I hope he knows that he does that for a lot of people,
Mhm.
and if he don't, you can tell him.
I
So
tell him
anyway,
all the time that everyone cares about him and that he's always so sweet to everyone. He
he's our hope.
actually had, huh?
He's like hope for us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend whose daughter was going through those mental health issues, the 10-year-old, I told him about that because it was one of my good deeds was to write her a letter, and he had me send a very sweet message to her. So I was like, "Aw." He's always so sweet like that.
Yeah. He's always putting people ahead. There's little Barb. Thank you,
Yeah.
little Barb, for all the pictures, like this beautiful one behind me on my green screen, and the thumbnails. She's been doing them, and I just love them. And I think I kind of picked one I'd like to use like every week. It's really cool. She's been doing a lot of the pictures and stuff for me for us, and I
Yeah.
just really thank you very much. And I told Becca your little message, so I don't know if she's going to put it in chat or if she's going to message you with it or whatever. She looked at
Yeah.
me strange when I said email.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Like, because I remember when I was a kid, people are like, I need your email or give me your email so we can stay in touch. And nowadays it's text or call or social media. That's why I was like, email. It's been a while for that one.
Just pick up your phone and push the message button, and you can be on video with somebody talking to them. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And
But,
there's been somebody that's been released too. I don't know the person's name, but they were in for a
um,
very long time. Do you know him? I was seeing it on
yeah,
Twitter. Yeah.
Ronnie Long.
So see, was it 44 years?
Yep.
Yep. That's a long time.
I was following his wife for like a good year or two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly how long, but I've been following his case for a little bit. Not as involved as I am with other cases, but wow, I can't imagine. Like I can imagine because I think about it a lot when it comes to like Brendan and Steve, but like to like that sense of relief and like release and everything, like my heart just goes out to both of them, and I think that's really awesome that
Yeah.
he
Gets to
finally got released, and hopefully it's hopefully he finds some sort of justice in this for him, as
Yeah.
well as the justice for the original crime, because if I understand, he was accused of rape. I don't know the full details of it, so hopefully the victim of that crime finds her own justice in this,
right.
but and finds the real person if that's the case. But
Yeah.
no, I think that it's absolutely wonderful, and like
Can you imagine though? That's like, I mean, I'm 58, so I'd be 18 when he was in, and then all that time from, I mean, look at all the changes in this world. I mean, we were talking about cell phones, how funny cell phones were when they first came out because they're this big bulky thing, but he might not even have had them out when he went in. I don't think at 18 I don't think I had cell phones when I was 18.
They had cell phones. I think they had cell phones since the 80s. They weren't what you have now. But it's like but that's a good example of like the technology in itself has changed so much within like the last 40 years. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. His case goes back to court February 2021. Ronnie Long has
that
had
makes
good
sense, and hopefully that's a good sign that they're gonna find him not guilty.
That's what I'm thinking. There's all this stuff happening in these, maybe it's gonna go that way for Stephen and Brendan, and I mean, it's hard to say with Brendan because that's
Rodney Reed's case goes back to
Rodney
never
Reed,
mind.
yeah.
Not Rodney. Rodney Reed is another one though. He's another one that
27 years. I think he was in the other one that came out, right? There's like two of them that I thought got released. I could be wrong. I'm following Twitter.
There's another one that got released too, and I just barely read up on that one, so I don't know the name of that guy. But what Sean's talking about is Rodney Reed is the man who's on death row in Texas.
That's a bad case. That poor guy.
Yeah.
At 3 hung juries, and they want to keep trying him after all this time, and things are just, oh my gosh, it's terrible. Jinxie's here. Hi, Jinxie. I wonder if she knows who it is. And that's another thing that's going on. All these people, there's so many exciting things going on. Tiger King is getting rolling. They're getting some justice there. KZ's waiting for the Court of Appeals. A couple of people are released. I mean, Jax has a birthday. Foul play is a year old.
Yeah.
I mean, things are getting. Winter's coming. Does Brendan like the snow? Do you know?
I know he likes the fall, the season in the fall. Yeah. I don't know if I'm sure he does. He, everyone up there seems to.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't anymore, but I did when I was a kid.
I'll have to ask him. That's a good question. I know he loves the rain.
Yeah, I like a rainstorm. I do.
Yeah. I know he likes the sound of it.
Yeah. Lightning's been getting a little too close for me, so I'm kind of freaked out about that. I watched it hit my friend's tree, and it went in the tree on the side and came out the bottom just before the ground. And now it's split open like this. It's just like it went shoop and split open. I'm like, oh my gosh, the tree's gonna fall on your house. And let's not forget about the hurricane people. That there's some bad hurricane going on over there in Louisiana and Texas, and they've been hit. So let's, keep our thoughts with them people too. And I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot going on in the world today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jinx in the chat, she was saying, ask him if he's ever built an igloo, and I thought she was joking because of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's funny. And then she's like, oh, we used to as kids. It was fun. I was like, oh, I didn't.
Yeah, we used to.
I'm sorry.
It was a block maker. It had a handle on it. You turned it upside down, filled it up, and it made a block. To do that. Not me. I just dig a hole and in the big snowbank.
Yeah. It's funny to me, I guess it's because I live in Arizona. So like the idea of building an igloo would be a stereotype or something, but I didn't think you guys actually
Have you never been in the snow or what? I mean,
I have. It's just I was born in St. Louis, so I've lived in that area and all that. It's been so many years, and in Arizona it snows, but nothing like it does up there.
Yeah, and you're way up in the mountains when it snows too. Like Wolf Creek or whatever, Wolf Creek Pass and all that. Because I like Arizona. I went to Sedona and Flagstaff, and I've been around. I don't like their, hairpin curves on the mountains. I'm like this on the dashboard. I'm like, because you look over.
Those are my favorite, though. I love it.
You look down and you still looking down. Oh, there's the top of a tree. And then you're down on the ground. You look at the tree and the tree.
Yep.
No, too scary.
Yep. That's one of my. I love those drives. To be honest with you.
Then you've rode Wolf Creek Pass or something like that.
I'm not sure about that one, but because where I live in Payson, so I live on the B line. So like there's only like 2 ways in town and 2 ways out, and it's all mountains and yeah. I love it though.
Ride a mule, it'll never fall. I'm like, okay. And they got this, me and we're going down this mountain, and I'm like this with the horse, and I'm like, freaking out. They go, don't just go with the horse will do it for you. They will never fall. I'm freaking out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. There's absolutely no way. And I rode horses all my life in the rodeo and everything else, but that thing scared me going down these things with loose rocks, and I'm trying to pick up rocks. You know what you don't do in your state? Pick up rocks. Don't look under rocks. There's deadly things under there like rattlesnakes and scorpions. And I was like just looking under the rocks, thinking nothing of it.
Yeah, that's a good way of getting bit by something.
Yeah.
You got to be really careful when you do that.
Like that, and I'm going, what is that noise? And I'm going to pick up this rock, and my girlfriend goes, don't touch that rock. I'm like, I don't even think of it. I am just such an adventurist that I don't think of them kind of things. I mean, I'm not an adult looking at it. I'm a child looking at these things thinking, oh, that's going to be fun. Let's slide down that hill, weird things like that. So, I imagine if like this guy that's been in there 44 years, God, wouldn't you want to just go see the world? Wouldn't you want to just go see everything that changed?
Yeah.
I'd be scared of it too.
It's like I think there would be like a sense of I want to see and experience it all, but also I don't know how or where to even start. I imagine a lot, especially when it comes to, because like Steven, he's already been through all that sort of thing. Like he went in his first arrest, and then he came out from that, and then his experiences with that. So I would imagine he's a little bit more comfortable with the idea of coming back out and then re-experiencing things again. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but
you can speculate.
Yeah, but with Brendan, I could imagine there is a lot of anxiety and fear behind.
Have you talked to him about that? I mean, I know you guys talk, so do you ever ask him like, did you know about, that we have, we can talk to each other, through the internet? Because I don't think they just started that stuff.
Well, he had AIM and all that when he was a kid, and he's actually kept up really well with today's technologies as far as, what there is out there in video games and stuff. It's just he hasn't experienced it himself.
Right.
So, as far as, I mean, I have talked to him, like, and he speaks very positively about it.
Yeah. I think it would be
So,
overload somewhat, you know, you want to take in little bits, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you want to take it all in. I don't know. I've never been without it. So I don't know. You know, it's
yeah.
hard to say.
Well, and you know, also to mention, right now he has a tablet, which is, it's pretty, you know, that's pretty
Yeah.
technology. Yeah. And
That's where he gets
so
his music.
huh?
That where he gets his music, right? He can download
Yeah,
music on.
music and email and all that. So like he is somewhat familiar with technology. Like I said, I don't think that, I think it is going to be like a learning curve a little bit with him, but he's also really sharp with that kind of stuff too. So like I'm not that worried. I think it's more or less just like the world in itself and how different it is, and plus the fact that he was in when he was a kid,
And he's an older
and
man now.
he's
Yeah.
an older guy now, and he's institutionalized. So that's going to be different,
Right.
as far as like knowing like I can do what I want when I want. Like I don't, if I want to take a shower, I can take a shower. I don't have to wait until a specific time, or you know, if I
Right.
want to eat
I don't have to
pizza
eat.
tonight. Yeah.
No standing in line, no ordering things. You know, you can just go to the store. You know, I
Yeah.
remember in Ma'am too, where Barb was saying to him, you know, Brendan, you can just, you're going to be able to do what you want to do, you know. And she was telling him this because he was
Yeah.
asking questions. She goes, well, honey, you're going to be able to do what you want to do. It's not like what you're used to, so it's going to really take you
Yeah.
some time. And I know that it does take you time when you're even in a place not even very long. You're just used to a routine. Like in the military, you know, you come out and you get up at a certain time and you do, once you do something routinely for more than 2 weeks, like getting up for work, it sometimes
Yeah.
becomes a habit, and it's easy for us to do that. But some people are better with the schedules. Like I need one. I mean, I need one. I need somebody to tell me do this, this, and this. I would have no problem throughout my day. I need that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I think it's going to be real soon. I really do.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I know that sometimes it feels hard in this case or hopeless, but I really do have hope that he will be out. Like I really do feel that. So
I didn't feel that last year. I didn't. You know, it was as much as I wanted to make myself feel it, you know, I mean, I tell myself that, but I didn't feel it. And this year, I really just think there's going to be a lot of good things happening in the justice system. I think we're going through a lot right now in the world, but I think it's going to make change. And I think the wrongfully convicted, if we learn from our stuff and change it, it'll start being so less, and people won't have to lose all that many years of their life, you know. I mean, you're so fortunate to be able to have that kind of relationship with Brendan, and I think it's very fortunate that people do have a relationship with people that are locked up. A lot of people don't, you know. They're like, why would you want to talk to somebody that's in prison? I don't care if they're, you know, if they're there because they need to be, or wrongfully convicted, which is 10 times worse. They need companionship. They need socializing. We're social animals. So I think it's great that, especially that I just love you. I just think you're so sweet and so nice to Brendan. And it's nice to find out about Brendan through you, you know? So I just love it. I mean, because like I know his favorite color now, and I know some of his foods, and I like some of his music, and you know, I mean, he's opening up a little world for me too. You can tell him he's opening me up to that stuff because I'm not used to. I don't think about it, you know. But think about it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he draw or anything?
I know he used to draw a little bit. I know he's mostly into coloring, like coloring and stuff.
The adult coloring books kind of thing, like okay.
Yeah,
because
I know there's a few supporters actually, and anyone can do this, and I suggest you do it because it's great. But you can go online basically and print out almost anything that you know, you just type in like Pokemon coloring pages.
Oh, really?
And some people print that stuff out and send it to him, and he colors them in, and so Jinx, if you I can send him one of my pictures. Would you send it? Yeah, if you want to send it or I can send it. Honestly, yeah, he loves coloring and stuff.
I just was doing that, sending them some. And I think Marilyn Carter does that with them too, colors with them.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I mean, I love to color like when I'm really bored. I haven't done it in a long time, but I got a ton of those books. Now, see, I wouldn't have to write nothing if I did that. I would just be able to color and send it to them.
It's one of those things, honestly, that if you want to just do that, that's fine. Like, if you wanted to, honestly, and I keep saying this, if you wanted just to send him like a short note saying, hey,
I am going to make you a promise that I am going to write Brendan a letter this week. This coming Monday through Friday, by the time we talk, I will have an envelope with his address and a letter inside. I promise.
All right.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it because it'll make me feel better, and hopefully it'll make him smile too. You know?
I think it would. I think he would love to hear from you. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a long letter. It doesn't have to be super detailed. It can be just, like I said, hey, this is me, who I am. This, I have a daughter and grandkids and a mom, and I just wanted to say I support you. And yeah. So
yeah, and I know you sent him pictures that I've given you, and you sent him the poem, which to me, that means the world to me that he got that poem. It really does, because I remember writing that, and it came from my heart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real, and I would have never sent it to him. Never. I just, because I would feel so, you know how it is when you're an artist or you do something, you're very critical of what you do. So, yeah. I'm gonna go. I really am. I made a promise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you can, honestly, he's so easy to talk to, though. You can talk to him about anything. So.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I don't know what his subjects were before, but now I do. You know what I mean? You've told me so much more about him, so it's a lot easier. September 15th, take a picture. Chicken.
So last week or the week before, I kind of came up with an idea to help people write to him more. It's not an official thing, so I don't want it to be like an official thing, and no group is affiliated with it. Because it's still
idea.
It's just an idea that. I brought it up to Brendan. I also brought it up to an admin of one of his groups. And this is just a thought, but I asked him, like, just to try to get more people to write to him, or people who just don't know what to say. I was like, what if we said, like, one week we like, a question from you, and then somebody could write you the answer and kind of like help get it started.
I like that.
So I asked him, what did you think about that? Does that sound like a good idea? He did say that to one of the questions, he's like, ask people. Let me read the actual.
Hi, everybody that's just coming in. Hi, Mose. I see you.
So I'm reading the email. So, like, after he says, tell everyone that I say hi and I love them, okay, thanks. And then he says, yes, please tell people to write me with their dream vacation.
Ooh.
So that's an idea. If you have, like, if you're not really sure, then, write him an answer to that question,
Dream vacation. Boy, I could go a lot of places.
What's your dream vacation?
European tour, dude. I'm telling you, I want to see everybody that I met online. I want to go to Jane's and Diane's and Michelle's and Paul's, and I want to go to all across the pond. That's what I want to do. And I can talk about that.
Yeah, see, so there you go. Write to him an answer to that question.
I'm going to. I am going to. I promise you I will.
Yep. So yeah, Jinx, also, if you want to send me anything you send me, I'll mail to him. So
yes, Germany, I will do the whole European country, everything that's away from the United States.
Yeah. I would love to go to Australia, honestly.
Yeah, I think Australia would be great. I mean, plus I love the way they talk, and I know a lot of people there. Well, I know a lot of people like, well, we know Michelle. We could go bug Michelle. She'd be happy to see us.
I would go bother Michelle. I would go bother Tracy Keogh. I would, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the game that you play, will you explain that TikTok? I want people to go see what you did for Brendan on your TikTok. What
game
is that? Yeah, the game. You made this thing for Brendan, and it says free Brendan Dassey, and it's just so uplifting. I loved it, so
I play this game called Animal Crossing. And it's basically I'm this little like character, and I get put on this island, and you basically can create the island to look however you want, or so like there's things that I've been working on, like I made like a bunch of flowers in the shape of free BD. I've done that, and I took a screenshot and sent him a picture of that. I think the one you're talking about recently is they had a fireworks event where I could design what the fireworks say. So like I had the fireworks say free Brendan Dassey, and then after that I had a fireworks that did a shape of a dragonfly. Yeah. I love it.
I mean, you just in your everyday life, even just doing TikTok, which most people think is, just something to do. You have Brendan in your mind.
Yeah, that's what the TikTok. I took a video of that and I posted it on TikTok.
Oh,
yeah.
My internet's so screwy.
So if anybody wants to see it, it's on my TikTok.
You're freezing. I'm moving around. I don't know if they can hear me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because my cat's behind the computer now, that's why.
That's okay, go ahead. Oh, Cheeto, right? Cheeto.
Yeah, Cheeto.
I see you going on TikTok, and you're going up to him. He's in the bushes, and you're going. You do a lot with your cat too.
Yeah. Honestly, like if you want to follow my TikTok, it's mostly me posting art and my cat. In Animal Crossing, like that's basically what it is. It looks like she's frozen. I don't know if I'm frozen, but it's that time again. But that's what Animal Crossing is, and I do that for him. I always think of really fun things to do on there for him. Recently I made what I call the Dragonfly Falls. I made okay, so I'll continue talking. I made this lifted up a little mountainy area that kind of looks like a dragonfly, and then I had waterfall coming down from it. So that's one thing I've done recently. But so while she's still frozen, she's gone. Okay.
Well, here I am.
There she is.
Linda Low Budget Productions at its best. But go ahead. You can still share a screen. If you wanted to share a screen, all you have to do is push share screen at the bottom, and I can click it, and you can see whatever you're doing, if that's what you were going to do.
I can see myself. Yeah, I can see myself. No, but I was actually just going to start saying, so this week's Be Brendan Brave, I'm being very uncreative. So I'm really serious when I say if anyone has any ideas, please send them my way. I'm trying to stay away from too many. In the past, I used to do a lot of anime and a lot of pictures and stuff like that, because that's something he really enjoys. And I'm going to try to slowly incorporate that back in. Remember yours. Can you refresh my memory, Michelle?
Yes, please do. You can come on, Michelle. I'll give you the link.
So I want to try to get back into more pictures because I know he enjoys the pictures.
Mhm.
So this week I'm
Is
gonna
he
do.
limited? Is he limited to pictures that he can have in his cell? I mean,
It's because oh, fascinating facts. That is a good one. I'll
ooh,
have to do that
yeah,
next Friday.
trivia.
Yeah, next Saturday. Well, the thing is that he can get pictures that if you print off on like regular computer paper, because
Right.
that's considered part of the letter. Now, if you have like actual physical copies of pictures, like the ones that you used to get
Mhm.
back in the old
Yeah,
days,
like on photo paper at
yeah,
Walgreens. Yeah,
those
photocopies.
ones he's limited to within his cell. Like he can only have like 10 of those. And
Okay,
honestly, those are the ones in his cell or like of his family and stuff.
right.
You can send him those, but he usually doesn't keep them. He sends them home to Barb.
Mhm.
So I always suggest you do the paper version where you print it off on regular paper and it becomes part of the letter.
Yeah, and then he can save the letters and combine, put them in a
Yeah,
box.
then it's not so
Mom
much of a rush to like send it out again. Back in the old days.
Back in the old days. Well, she's been doing this for a while. She's the veteran here. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's talking about being age-wise, like back in the old days when you got like an
You
actual
might look young,
picture.
but you're not all that young. I mean, I was very shocked. I thought you were like 20. I remember I told you, I thought, oh, she's only about 20 years old. I'm like, what? I'm not going to give you your age. That's completely up to you, but
I'm 33, so, but like, I don't know.
Isn't that shocking, guys? I can't believe it. I mean, I'm like, what? I must wanted to see your ID.
But yeah, I remember going to I remember going to Walgreens and then having my pictures developed and then getting the actual physical copies of the pictures, and
Right.
that's why I was like back in the old days.
Back in the day. And
nowadays
I have to say,
you don't really do that a lot. I guess you do a lot of like you do a lot of computer digital pictures now. I don't.
yeah, print them off, yeah, or people draw them. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. But so what I was trying to say basically is that when I used to do Be Brendan Brave a year ago, he could get any kind of picture as far as printing it off wise. But then they basically made the rule where you can't have like internet memes and stuff like that. So then we had to go back to just doing like
no glitter, no internet stuff, no anything that comes popping out of it like 3D. Yeah. None of that stuff. It just has to be basic.
Well, the pictures that I'm talking about are more internet based, so like no memes, nothing with text on them, stuff like that, nothing computer altered. So, but I've been slowly like slowly resending him stuff. So, and they're becoming a little bit more tolerable of that. So what I'm basically trying to say is that I'm trying to get back into the way that we used to do Be Brendan Brave and kind of like seeing if they'll accept it now. But anyway, so this week's this week's theme is cats. Big cats, small cats, whatever.
Oh, I got a perfect picture to send him.
That's his favorite. That's his favorite animal is a lynx. So I thought we could do that again. And in this time, I'm gonna say if you any kind of picture you have, let's try it and see if it works.
Okay, cool. That's a good idea.
So,
I mean, I got a picture from Barb. It has half of Brendan is a tiger and half of him is his face. Little Barb.
Yeah, we can try to send it to him and see if he gets it. Because the worst case scenario is that they send it back to me saying he can't have it.
Right.
So,
but it would be printed up on paper. So, and even do it in black and white so he could color it. You know what I mean?
You could do that. You could do that if you had pictures. You make them black and white, and he can color them in.
Yeah, I like that.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that idea. Print off a black and white picture so Brendan can color it and send it back to you. You could each do one. He could send one, and you could. I mean, he could tell you what to do and whatever.
I'm gonna write down that idea for a future Be Brendan Brave.
Yeah, And I like that idea. I just came up with it just like
And
off
I'm
the cuff.
also gonna interesting facts.
Yeah, interesting facts like about a certain like a time of year. What are you talking about? Like just weird things
It's
that
like if
are
you have like an interesting fact that you think he should know about. If you have like an interesting fact, like you could say like
did you
I'm
know
trying
that
to
there was a 25-pound cat, house cat? That's an interesting
yeah,
fact.
just like an
Something like that.
interesting fact about something like
Weird things, she says. Okay, weird
yeah.
things. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love those. I love that topic because that's one of my favorite things, even though I just went like blank on it. Like I love learning new like interesting facts on things.
I like the
Because then
weird.
also you can like randomly pull them out when that topic comes out and then it makes you look smarter than you actually are.
Listen, I've heard
That's
you on phone conversations. You're pretty intelligent. I'll tell you what. You know
I'm
your
just
civil rights pretty well. So that's pretty good.
but like a lot of it is just random facts that I've learned throughout life that make me seem smarter, but I'm not. So
I just let everybody
I'm
else
actually
talk
really
for me, and then I look
stupid.
smart.
I'm really, really stupid. So
I highly doubt that. I don't think anybody's stupid. I think people are just more gifted in one category or another. You know what I mean? Some people are,
yeah.
good at just doing
Yeah,
life,
that's
and
true.
some people are
Like I
good at
usually
doing
don't I don't believe in calling anybody stupid except for myself. So
and you shouldn't do that because
no, I
you're
know.
not.
I know.
And I watch you.
Um
I was watching you paint too, which brings me back to your paintings. You were doing, I think it was a big fat unicorn. You said I wanted to be a big thick unicorn, and I was like,
a big
that's
boy.
pretty cute. I mean, I like the way you explain that stuff. I haven't painted like that in a very long time. I've done mostly pours, but I was digging through some of my stuff. I think you've seen them on Facebook. I had a couple pictures I put out there, like mountains and whatnot. That's kind of what I
Yeah.
do. But I'd love to be able to paint characters. Did you just start that? Just come in your mind and just do it, or did you have to
That
practice?
particular picture, yeah, that particular picture, somebody asked me to do that for their daughter. They wanted me to do a unicorn with rainbow, and then they wanted me to do another one, a llama in space. And those were for her daughters. So that's just what I came up with. So
Okay. So, do you have any pictures on order? People, if you don't remember or you're new to it, let me remind you that Becca paints and she sells her pictures, and all the proceeds go to Brendan.
on
And
the Brendan pictures.
the Brendan pictures? Yeah, the Brendan
Yeah,
picture.
so like if you were to go to my Etsy right now, but I sold my last Brendan painting.
Good.
So
The
now
one with the butterfly or the dragonfly on this
yeah,
sunflower?
someone bought
Oh,
it.
good.
So yay.
Yay.
But yeah, Brendan painting. So I this weekend I'm gonna make some more up for everybody so I can restock it. But if I do like a dragonfly, or sometimes I even do like a picture of his face or something and paint it or whatever, or something that represents him somehow, all the money from those paintings go to him.
Okay. But you also
The
do consignment for people for themselves. What if they wanted
Yeah.
something?
So like if somebody like I said, a friend of mine wanted 2 pictures for her 2 daughters. So that money is my money.
Right. Right. That's what
But
I
yeah,
mean. They
the
need to know
Brendan
that you
pictures,
also do for them. Like if you wanted somebody, if they wanted you to paint a river and a mountain or something, and they wanted
yeah.
it for themselves, that would be something you would
Yeah.
also do. It's not that you just do Brendan paintings. She's a very good artist, you guys. I mean, really,
Thank you.
it's too bad you can't really see her wall but she's pretty darn good. So, I mean,
Yeah. Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, I think we're good. So, and I think what you do is it's a really good cause,
Yeah,
So,
and that's just one way that I thought that I could help Brendan. At the end of the day, I'm always trying to think of a new thing I could help him or do for him. But definitely, yeah. If anybody wants a Brendan themed painting this weekend, message me, email me.
Yeah, we should put your email down in the description. I can't, if I change anything at all, then we won't get the chat. And I know so many people want the chat, so I can't really change it. We could put it in the chat, your email, if you wanted to. And that way,
and my email is super easy to remember too.
Oh my gosh, are we going on to business here again? No.
Are you? Is it me this time?
Oh, there we are. Again.
Going on.
We're back.
Okay.
It's really low budget, man. That's what I get for saying I moved up a step and went to frugal, because it's just not working. We got to go back down to low budget, Linda. So that's what we'll do. Yeah. Okay. So if anybody that you're just joining and you didn't hear, Becca is looking for suggestions for Brendan Braves Saturdays. I said it right this time. Okay.
Yep.
So if you have any of them, I mean, if you are in Discord, she is also in Foul Play Discord, or you can leave it in a comment here. We'll get it, or tweet her. She's very active on Twitter, or me, whatever, and we'll make sure that we put that on I'd like to see everybody have something to say what they'd like to see for Brendan that week. You know what I mean? Kind of makes you feel a little bit more part of it. So yeah, that's a good idea. So
yeah, I just posted my email in the chat. So little Barb, I know you were asking for that, so there it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like your suggestions. The one to send to Brendan, because she's look at them. I mean, just can't get over them. They're just so nice. And big old smiling face.
I love them too. I think they're great. I like the cover picture of last one, and then of this one actually too was another coffee cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then she's got another one she did that's got like list of write to Brendan, this and that, learn about what Brendan's, and it's all positively Brendan, and it's made from little Barb for Brendan, and I love it. Thank you so much, Barb.
Yeah,
it's wonderful of you to do that.
But yeah, yeah, if anybody wants to, like I said, if you want a Brendan painting, just let me know, and this weekend I'll have it for you ready to go, and all the money from those Brendan paintings go straight to him. Now is actually a really good time to request a Brendan painting, because somebody already bought a painting, which means that $5 fee is taken care of. So if you buy a Brendan painting, he'll be actually getting $35 from you rather than the $30.
There you go.
So
that's good. Yes, I love it. And then another thing you need to know is that she also tells Brendan who bought the picture and what the picture looked like, so he also gets to really feel like he was a part of your picture. You know what I mean? Like, I think anyway.
Yeah, that's
yours is in the making.
Huh?
Well, Barb says, Becca, yours is in the making.
Mine what?
I don't know.
Okay, I was
like that. Some from Brendan got some great ones to it. I'm telling you. She's got this one where there's a hand and it's a chip up like a puzzle piece, and it's Brendan's face, and somebody's holding it like this, and it's just like it's like grabs you. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could show you all of them, but I want to save them for kind of like backgrounds and things like that too. So
yeah.
So hey guys, hit up little Barb if you need some thumbnails and stuff. She's very good. I'll tell you what, and she's quick. So, and some of them are so funny. Cute. But yeah, so this Saturday is the chicken, correct?
No, the chicken event is on September 15th.
Oh, September. Okay. I'm ahead of myself. This one's the cats.
Yeah, this Be Brendan Brave is if you have a picture of a cat or a lion or his favorite animal is a lynx, anything like that, and you want to do it, you can find the post where I post about it on Facebook or Twitter, or if you are on just Twitter, just do the hashtag Be Brendan Brave.
Yep. And it's all in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And check out Tracy Keogh's podcast.
Yeah, Tracy Keogh. I don't think she dropped a new one.
No, but
a week or two ago, she dropped a new one, and yeah,
very good, very, very good. She really puts a lot of love and a lot of Brendan in that, and for us to understand. I really like it. I think it's done very tastefully, very, very good.
Cheeto is trying to. Sorry.
Cheeto, what are you doing, Kiki?
He's behind the screen and he's rubbing up against it. So
he's like, okay, Mom, time to play now. I don't want to be on here no more. Time to play.
Yeah.
Zap mail. Brendan, I'm writing him a letter this week. You guys, I'll show you on Friday. So, okay. So Zap mail, 6th hour, read under the hood. Get a hold of Becca with some ideas. You can write to me too for some ideas about being Brendan Braves Saturdays. If you want to be a guest and come on and talk about Brendan, you're more than welcome to come on and talk to us about it. I mean,
yeah,
I don't mind just sitting here talking like this, but there's a lot of people out there that got something to say about Brendan and they love him too. So you're more than welcome. Just let us know, Becca or me, and we'll make sure that you get up here and, get your message to Brendan. And he's going to be giving us what he said, that he loves us all. Please tell him that we love him too.
And I said, if you want to write him back a letter telling him your dream vacation.
Dream vacation. Yes.
And we'll see if that works. Like maybe if that works with everyone writing to him more, then that would be great. But if not, that's fine.
Yep.
But
right now he needs some letters. I mean, COVID makes it really hard for anybody to move around or do anything. They spend a lot of time in their cell itself, I would imagine. I don't know. But
and that's the other thing I want to say is that if ever there's a Be Brendan Brave theme or something that you see that you want to participate in, but you don't want to do it publicly or you don't want to deal with it or post it anywhere, still please write to him. Send him the picture yourself, do whatever. The whole point of Be Brendan Brave is just to help everyone kind of motivate to keep doing stuff for him every week. But by all means, like if it comes from you directly, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone also is welcome to participate, no matter who you are or whatever. I don't ever actually say, no, you can't participate in this because of whatever reason. So, but like if you want to send it to him on your own accord, then please do. Like that's, to me, it's just
do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I just want him to get it. Like however he gets it, if it's through me or if it's through you, but
just as long as he gets it right. It's important. It's very important. And what? Oh, you're down for coming on, Carolyn? You want to come on? She says I'm down. I don't know if she's talking to somebody else or if she wants
please do. Oh, she's so sweet and wonderful. I mean, everyone, like, not saying anyone isn't, but she's very sweet. So I think if you do, Caroline, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, just let us know and we'll have you on next Friday. Michelle can tell you all about it. It's so easy.
Yeah, Michelle can come back on too.
Oh, she's down for writing more.
Okay.
Well, we can work on them. I am the queen of the firsts.
Yeah.
So we'll get you on if I bother you enough. I'm so sweet.
We should definitely, if we have a list going for people, we should get Sean on here.
Yeah, Sean, he don't mind coming on my show.
Only because he's trying to do the Brendan Brigade.
Yep.
So
he's more than welcome. He can come on next Friday. Okay, Sean, you hear that? You're on next Friday. I'll tell him in Discord.
Yeah, that's a little project that I'm just now learning more about. Yep. But I'm excited for anything positive that has to do with Brendan, and I know he's a really wonderful supporter. Sean is so.
we just got to keep Brendan on our lips and keep talking about him and, you know, make things positive. I mean, look at that smiling face. You know what I'm saying? How can you not write to him? That's what I'm looking at him going, I am going to write to him. I'm finally going to do it. I can't even believe it. You know, Sean, yeah, still early days, but we'll be happy to talk about it. Great. Next Friday, we're going to have Sean, the wizard, back on for his number 2 appearance. That's good, Sean. You keep coming, because then they'll want to come on some more. Hi, Sharon. Mwah. So, okay, so Be Brendan Brave is cats this week, and write to him about your most dream vacation, right? And yep. And tomorrow is Eric Cozy's Celebration of Life, and that is at 3 Wisconsin time or Manitowoc time, 1 Pacific, 9 I think UK, and oh honey, I don't know. I sometimes my mods have been going off. You hang on 1 second and I'll get you to be a mod right away.
Let me see if I.
You can put. She can put. Let me see. Where is it? There we go. Wait. Okay, Sharon. There you go. Add mod. Okay, you should be good to go. I don't know. I noticed I wasn't on Paul's anymore neither, but he didn't change it. So write something, honey. I think you should be fine. Yeah, Sean isn't either. I guess I don't know what happened. Some of mine are not mods now today, and they should be. Like Sean was a mod, and now he's not. There's Sharon. I'm sorry, guys. If you were a mod before and you're not now, I didn't take you off. I don't know what that is. There. Now Sean's a mod again. Okay. Who else? I don't know. Michelle's one she asked for it, so she got it. Okay, I think I don't know. But anyway, so write to Brendan. Zap. I gotta tell you, just Rhonda, she's been really giving it to the governor. I keep it going, Rhonda. You're doing a great job with that. Wonderful. You know, so that's another thing. Jump on that bandwagon. Just keep talking about Brendan. Just keep him on your mind. Them happy thoughts coming. That's all we can do right now until we celebrate him come out. So
anything positive that you can think of to do. If it has something to do with money, go buy his mom first. But if you have any, like, if you want to do something positive for him, like, I know some people put a ribbon in their front door or their tree in their house. Some people always constantly wear something Brendan as they go out. You know, some people pray for him every night. I know I do. I know Linda does. But whatever you do that's positive and uplifting, please write to him and tell him about that, because that keeps him going.
Yeah, I got to get my green light bulb back, because I used to have a green light on my outside light, and I kept it on. That was for Brendan, you know. Oh, a ribbon at her.
If you have a. One of these Saturdays, I'm going to do a support one again, where we take pictures of ourselves doing something supportive for him and then send it to him. Because that's what it originally started as. But
yeah, and look what it's grown into. And now we're going to even have more people giving us ideas or giving you ideas, and that will make it even nicer for Brendan, because then it'll be like group participation. And really, when you work together, there's nothing better than a team. I'll tell you what, together you achieve more, right? No, together everyone achieves more. Yep.
Yeah. But so that's but like I said, always write to him and tell him about those positive things. So
yep. Okay, guys.
That's all I got.
Sean next Friday, 6:30, same Linda channel, same low budget productions with Becca here and me and Brendan. So you guys have a great week, and make sure you write to Brendan, and everybody stay safe. And like I always say, you know, be kind and keep others in mind. Bye, Becca. Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.